Welcome to America's hottest finger-pointing spectacle since Watergate. I'm your host, Evan, and this is
The Playing Game!
Now, before we get into things, let's meet our two teams. To my left, dubbing themselves the Warrior Ethos, we have Logan, Sean, BJ, and Camden. And to my right, calling themselves the Last Responders, we have Tyler, Martin, Kyle, and Caleb. With that out of the way, let's learn the rules of the game. The blame game consists of 3 rounds. First up is a team round where the teams will work together to answer a question. They'll put their knowledge to the test in their teamwork. Next up, we have the individual rounds where contestants will have to step out into their own a little and answer questions individually. And finally, we have the buzz-in round where anyone can buzz in at any time to win points for their team. But the blame game has one major twist that completely recontextualizes the game. Each team has an imposter playing for themselves to win and their own team to lose. Each team will have 2 chances to vote off the imposter. They can either vote once between the first or second round, and then they'll have a chance to vote again after the third and final round. If the imposter manages to not get caught, they will manage to earn 6 points for the other team, aka their actual team, since they're playing for their technical team to lose. If the team manages to correctly identify and vote off the imposter, however, they will earn 6 points for themselves. But there's a little more. Each team loses 3 points if they incorrectly vote out a player. So you have more chances to catch the imposter if you vote out twice, but you're guaranteed to vote out at least one innocent and take -3 points. So you have to consider the risk versus reward aspect at every vote. Now with that out of the way, let's jump straight into the game. Round 1. There's 4 questions, and each question is worth 2 to 3 points each. For this round, you will be given a Metacritic review and the game that Metacritic review is reviewing. You will have to guess on a scale of 0 to 10 the score the reviewer gave that game based off their review. If you get the score exactly, you will earn the full 3 points. While if you are within 1, you'll only get 2 points. We'll go 1 team at a time with 1 team answering the questions at once. And with no questions, let's begin.
Yeah.
For your first game, you'll be reading a review about Super Smash Bros. Melee. Classic on the GameCube. But how do the fans feel about it? Bruh, I haven't taken a shower in like 6 months because I'm trying to do these epic Fox wave dashes on the 3 stages that aren't banned by the community, man. I just love the odor when I go to Melee tournaments. Sometimes I even don't pass out. Now please excuse me. I need to go on my daily rant about how I hate every game that isn't Melee.
Okay, so first off, right off the bat, this is totally like satirical. So it can either spin one of 2 ways. It's either going to be a really high score or a really low score. There's no in between on this.
Honestly, not sure, but honestly, I think it could be a lower score.
Okay.
It could go either way, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean,
Bruh.
That bro makes me feel like it's honestly.
He hates Melee.
he hates
Yeah.
Melee. He
Yeah.
definitely, like, the way he says that there are 3 stages that aren't banned by the community definitely shows he
Yeah.
hates Melee.
I think I align most with yours, Kyle's. I think it's
Okay.
probably like a 0 or a 1.
Yeah.
I think we go with 1 just to cover our
I can
bases.
see this on one.
I
mean,
honestly, I think we go with 1 to cover our bases. Because if we go 0,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
That makes sense.
1. Yeah,
one.
we're locking in 1.
Uno.
Is that a lock-in of 1 then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Locking in a low score for an all-time classic. We'll see how that pays off. Alright. Next up, moving on to game 2.
No, we don't
Will
get
it be
the
as much of a classic as Super Smash Bros. Melee? Most people would probably say no, because it's Concord, a game that had the lifespan of a fruit fly. What do the fans have to say about Concord, though? Maybe it was a hidden classic. I am not usually a fan of first-person shooters, but the name Concord really felt ****** and unlocked some desire inside me. After about 3 hours, I realized this game has nothing to do with the flight of the Concords, and suddenly felt my soul leave my body as the controller fell from me and rattled on the crowd as the enemy team shot me in cold blood. One of the most traumatic experiences in my 30s.
This has to be low, right?
It has to be low.
Yeah.
10. I think it's a 10.
30?
Magnificent 10.
I think we go 9 here just to like cover our bases, but I 100% think this is a high score for Concord.
Really?
I'm thinking 3.
I think it's towards the middle. I'm like middle.
I
low.
think 2 or 2-ish.
3 is literally what I was. I think I'm
I
going
think
with mine.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, he says I'm not usually a fan of
Yeah.
first-person shooters, so actually,
I think this is obviously like this is just a bait thing, but I think this is a high bait 9.
One of the most
Yeah.
traumatic experiences in my 30s is really funny as well.
Yeah.
But I think this is just a funny guy that didn't like the game.
I don't think this is a 0. I want to like. I feel like this is an angle of it. Like it could be a 2. Honestly.
Yeah.
2.
honestly, I kind of don't want to go 9, maybe like 8, because I don't know. I don't think it's not giving me like up there vibes.
There are like 7 layers of irony to peel
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Okay. So lock in what? 2, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Yep. 2.
Sure.
All right.
If you guys want to go 8, I'm down with 8.
Yeah.
I like it. 8.
All right. Locking in a solid 8 from the Warrior Ethos. We'll see how that pays off later. Last responders working very well together despite the traitor amongst their midst. All right, moving on to the next game. You know, when I make these Metacritic game shows, I always look at some controversial games first because I know the controversial games are always going to give some interesting reviews. And this next one is a game so controversial that people talked about a single tree in it for months before it even released.
Yeah.
I am talking about the critically acclaimed Pokemon Sword.
Yeah.
What do the fans have to say about Pokemon Sword? Some Pokemon fans are diehard glazers. Some Pokemon fans are diehard haters. Let's see if this guy is one of them. On the one hand, this game is an embarrassment. It has terrible graphics, story, and difficulty, especially considering it's the biggest media franchise of all time. But on the other hand, it's Pokemon.
I mean, this is
right in the
definitely
middle.
like a 10-year-old or something writing this review. His username is _123, and he forgot the space between especially and considering.
This sucks.
10 out of 10 would play again. I could
I
see a lot of
like
these.
a meme 10 out of 10.
This feels like it's gonna be a high score.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's 8.
Like it's,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's like an ironic, this game's bad, but also it's Pokemon, so I have to
So
give it
he
like
probably
a
gave it like a.
Yeah, they're right. Like people like the game because it's Pokemon, not because it's a good game.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that it's like on the other hand, it's Pokemon.
That's
I feel like there's like I feel like you'd finish that with like a high score.
Not like the highest, but
I would say
Pokemon.
7 or 8.
7.
I agree with y'all. I hate that we are so harmonious right now because this is scaring me.
This is, yeah.
Because like
Oh
one
well. I
Someone
think.
is influencing me.
I mean, it's just the round 1.
Yeah, I think
the
it's-
imposter wants to lay low a bit, probably.
Sure.
I think it's fine.
7.
I say
So
9.
we
If we
cover
can get
8
the
through
2
10.
Yeah, 9's probably a safe option.
All right, I'm hearing a lot of 9s. After 2 very low scores, this is quite a big jump for the last responders. We'll see if it pays off later. Now moving on to our final review. This is a very popular game. Even my sister, not a big gamer herself, plays this game a lot. I'm talking about The Sims 4.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And for this review, you know, I felt bad that we were just staying within our own bubble of reviews. And so I decided to go a little international on this one. So if you guys don't mind, a white boy is about to speak a little Espanol.
No way, dude. Oh my god, it's such
Un juego aburrido lleno de micropagos de Electronic Arts. Lo único que lo salva son los modders de PC y nada más. Mal heco electrónica per seguro.
cool.
I'm sorry to all of our Spanish speakers in the chat, by the way. I probably butchered that, but last responders, the floor is yours.
I think I know what they're talking about. I think they're criticizing the microtransactions, which The Sims 4 is not.
dollars in
Yes,
microtransactions.
it's and then how The Sims is only good with modders. I think that's what they're trying to go for.
A boring game, something,
Mods.
electronic garbage.
Yeah, that
This
seems
is either like there's a bunch of the DLC costs so much, I hate it, but the DLC costs so much, but the mods make it worth the price, or it is unplayable without mods. It sucks.
Legos probably microtransactions.
Definitely. The
Sims has microtransactions, right?
If you bought the full Sims collection, each DLC individually, it would be $2,300.
Okay, yeah,
So basically,
okay.
Yeah,
This is definitely
this
a
is
bar
absolute.
review.
This is like a 0.
Where are you getting mods? Oh, Los Modders.
It says
Maybe-
it right there.
Modders
I thought you said you took
JCC.
Spanish.
Oh, I did. Okay, wait. Let me
That's
see.
English.
Wait.
I think he says like the only. I'm gonna guess that that's unique. The only unique thing is the PC mods, and that's it. I'm pretty sure that's what that middle part.
So
is.
a game. Oh wait. No. Oh wait. Boring. Oh, a boring game. Oh. I know that word. Okay, well, I guess.
That would be a funny thing.
I
But
know that word.
So I'd give it like a 3.
Yeah, maybe like a 2 or 3.
4.
3, 4. I don't know that high, but like probably a 2.
Mods on PC,
15
right?
seconds
I
remaining.
think 3.
yeah,
I
I
think
think
2 as well.
I think 3.
I think
10,
3,
9,
2. Rock paper,
eight,
scissors for 2. Or 3.
7, 6.
Okay, 2. We're
All
going
right.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
I need one.
Yeah, 3.
3.
All right.
Okay.
Warrior Ethos has locked in their final 3. They chose 2 very high scores and 2 very low scores. We'll see how that pays off for them. Last responders lock in 2. Thank you. And with that, round 1 has concluded, except for the reveals. Starting things off, we had our lovely Smash Bros. Melee review. Warrior Ethos. Warrior Ethos locked in a 1. Last responders also having locked in a 1. This was, of course, a 10. Obviously, the person who wrote this, not a huge fan of Melee, but they did a little creative writing assignment and wrote it from the fan of Melee. And what would a Melee fan rate Melee but a perfect 10? Moving on to our next game, Concord. Warrior Ethos and Last Responders. You guys actually had two very different answers for this one. So we have both sides of the spectrum covered here. But did either of them manage to earn some points? Well, I think the key to this review was most traumatic experience in my 30s. They wrote most traumatic experience in my 30s, and Warrior Ethos thought, yeah, hey, the imposter obviously doing some fine work over there. Last responders, you guys were quite close to that one, but a 2 is not within 1 of 0, so no points for either team. We're still on a blank board. Maybe this next review will change things. We had, of course, Pokemon Sword. On the one hand, the game is terrible. On the other hand, it's Pokemon. Those 2 things actually canceled out quite nicely in this person's eyes because they had a middle of the road 6. Warrior Ethos, you guys put a 7. That's not a 6, but that is 2 points. And Last Responders, you guys thought the Pokemon carried it much further than it did because a 9 is unfortunately not close enough. The imposter seems to be doing some good work over there too. Now moving on to our final review, the score is currently 2 Warrior Ethos, 0 Last Responders. Maybe the Last Responders can change that. We had The Sims 4, an international review, and a white boy spoke a little bit of Spanish, but it was up to you guys ultimately to translate it. How well did they do? Your answers were actually fairly close. Warrior Ethos, you guys put a 3. Last Responders, you guys put a 2. And I can confirm, one of you scored. It was the Last Responders with a score of 1. So that's 2 points to the Last Responders. And that means leaving round 1, we are at an even 2-2. Not a lot of points were scored this round. The imposters seem to be putting in some work. As I mentioned before, between round 1 and round 2, you will have 1 chance to vote out a player. If you vote out a player here, you will not be able to vote out a player in round 2, meaning you will have to wait all the way until round 3 to vote someone else out. Now maybe this next piece of information will make your decision a bit more easy. In the previous round, the 2 imposters each knew all the answers, so if you felt like someone was maybe guiding your decisions a bit too much away from the correct answers, maybe it's because they knew the correct answers. We're going to start with the Warrior Ethos.
No matter whether Logan is the imposter or not.
Which I'm not.
Yeah. You kind of acted in the exact way you'd think an imposter would. So it's either he is the imposter or he's just like really low-key bad.
I thought my reasoning was sound. I thought it was all valid. And I got us the 1 point. And I was the one pushing that.
To launder your reputation as an imposter.
I guess. I mean, look, I'm not the imposter. I think it's either Camden or Sean.
30 seconds remaining.
Like,
Yeah, but I don't think we vote here. I think we
I
don't.
don't think we vote.
I don't think we vote here.
So let's just not vote this round.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
hearing a good consensus. Do you all agree to skip?
Yep.
All right, lovely. Last responders, you guys have had a bit more time to think about it. Maybe there's a bit more bloodthirst. Like the warrior ethos, 1 minute to talk.
I think we're a bit too united in our answers.
I
I want to
noticed-
mention the last question.
I noticed two things. One, I don't think it's Martin because the first round with Pokemon, not Pokemon, with Melee, yeah. He was the only one that was pushing for a higher. So
I
feel,
trust Martin a lot too, especially
Yeah.
with that last question. He was really right.
Yeah, the last question I feel like says a lot because like me and Tyler were pushing for a 3, which would have been outside the range.
30
Going to-
seconds remain.
My sense is going to be on Tyler a little bit more because he was leading a decent bit, but I don't think we have enough information to do
Yeah.
anything here.
I'm mainly going off the last round. Both of you two were pushing away from like if we went with what y'all two were thinking, we wouldn't have gotten that point. So
Yeah.
I do trust
Yeah.
Martin a lot.
That's fine. All right. I think we're gonna. What do you think?
I don't think we put anyone out here. We
Yeah,
just don't have enough information.
And
Yeah, I
that's
agree. I think we're
time.
good.
I heard a lot of murmurs of a potential skip.
Yeah.
All right. And with that out of the way, we are done with round 1. The imposters both remain among you. They'll have at least one more chance to screw you out of some points. How successful will they be? Let's find out. Moving on, of course, to round 2. There will be 4 questions, and each one is worth 3 points. So there are 12 points on the board here. Now, as I mentioned before, round 2 will be the individual round. At the start of each question, I will give you a category that pertains to the game the review is talking about. If the game was Super Smash Bros. Melee from the first round, the category could be GameCube, for example. Based off the category, you will elect one person from your team to answer that question. The question will be a Metacritic review. This time you'll have the score, you will not have the game the Metacritic review is talking about. It will be up to the person you elect to send to figure out which game it is and answer correctly. Both teams can earn a point for each question. Let's find out if they will. If there's no questions, we'll get right into the first category. The category is mobile game.
Play games on your phone? Okay, you do. Camden, don't you play games on your phone? I don't know.
I need a person.
I just know of.
All right, BJ for Warrior Ethos.
I used to play them a good bit, but like in the past 3-4 years, I just not.
I don't think any of us play mobile games. It might be better to send like our weakest player. You said you played a bit.
Yeah.
I trust that. I mean, I do
Sure.
trust you from the previous
We
thing.
can go Martin. I think Martin.
I'm hearing Martin. All right. For the mobile game round, we'll have BJ and Martin going up. This game is so simple, yet so addictive. It's also very frustrating. I, however, do wish the creator never removed it because it was a good game to play with friends. You guys each have about 1 minute to submit an answer. Good luck. Well, the Warrior Ethos elected their member first. It's only fair they reveal their answer first.
Okay. How to Train Your Dragon: Rise of Berk.
How to Train Your Dragon, very interesting. I actually didn't know they had a mobile game, which is a bad omen for the Warrior Ethos. But maybe. Moving on, of course, to the lovely Martin. Martin, what have you submitted?
I have submitted Flappy Bird.
Martin submitted Flappy Bird. Let's find out. Was the How to Train Your Dragon game right? Or was Flappy Bird right? Or were neither of them right? One team did score here. And it definitely was not How to Train Your Dragon, because it was Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird, very addictive game, and it was famously removed when the creator could not handle the pressure of having a game blow up like that. Moving on to round 2. The category is indie. We'll start off with the last responders.
I think we send Tyler here
I low-key think we should.
because indie games are unique enough that if Tyler's the imposter, it's gonna be hard for him to try and throw.
I'll go up.
Last responders choosing to send up Tyler. Warrior Ethos, who would you like to send up?
Yeah, we're gonna set up Camden for the same reason.
Warrior Ethos showing a bit of warrior conviction in who they're sending up, electing to choose Camden. Let's find out if that was a good decision. Truly one of the greatest experiences in video game history. Gameplay is perfect, story is incredible, graphics are gorgeous. Lots of bugs though, but they are meant to be there. You guys have 1 minute. Both locked in their answers fairly quickly. Both seem to be pretty confident. I guess we started off with Warrior Ethos last time. We'll start off with Last Responders this time.
It was a 50-50, but I went with Hollow Knight.
All right, Tyler locking in Hollow Knight. Camden?
I probably should have, but I went with 420 Blaze It.
All right, Camden going with 420 Blaze It to Tyler's Hollow Knight. I have only heard of one of those games. And the answer was, of course, the bug-ridden Hollow Knight. Another point for the Last Responders. That puts them at a solid 8. Warrior Ethos trailing behind with 2. Starting to feel like there are multiple imposters on that team, maybe? How to Train Your Dragon into 420 Blaze It. Quite the combo, quite the blunt rotation even. Only 2 members remain eligible to go again from each team. The category is Nintendo. We'll start with the Warrior Ethos.
I can do Nintendo if you want.
I could go.
I don't know.
Which one do you like? I could feel confident in other
What do
categories.
we-
Is this your best category you feel like that you're probably gonna get?
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, then you should do this
I'll
one.
do
The
it.
Warrior Ethos choose to send out Sean.
I do actually kind of think Kyle, because I'm good with Mario specifically. I think Kyle's better as a general Nintendo person.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a little scary.
yeah.
But yeah, okay.
I think that's
All
a
right.
good. Yeah, we'll go with Kyle.
Kyle for the Last Responders. We'll see how these choices bode for each team. Best 3D Mario game, IMO. The last questions have been fairly open-ended. I figured I'd give you guys a bit of a multiple choice with this one. And maybe we'll see some opinions. 1 minute on the board. Sean, what is your answer?
I think he picked Mario Galaxy 2.
All right, Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy 2 has Yoshi. Pepe is a frog. Kyle, does your answer differ?
Yeah, I went with Super Mario 64.
Kyle going with Super Mario 64. 096 in Pepe's name. Maybe that means he's a 96 kid, played Mario 64 growing up. Let's find out. But Pepe might have been a 96 kid. Because Kyle locked in 64, and maybe that was just his childhood game. Sean, unfortunately, we all know you love Yoshi. I don't think Pepe messed with Yoshi as much as you. As the score currently stands, despite a very close round 1, leaving things tied at 2-2, the Last Responders have blazed ahead, going up to 11. Warrior Ethos, you guys are looking like a bunch of fat generals right now, remaining at only 2. But maybe Logan will be able to score some points in this last one. There is no need to elect a person. You guys only have Caleb and Logan left. Let's find out what category they will be answering. The category is fighting. Caleb and Logan both played a few fighting games in their time. Let's find out if they know this one. Literally just Smash with better characters. Also, it's on a better console, so GG's, go next. 1 minute on the clock. We started off with Warrior Ethos last time, so Last Responders, you'll kick us off.
Going with a bit of an oddball pick, Multiversus.
Multiversus does have an extensive roster. Maybe they like those characters better than the fighting game, video game characters we see.
I kind of went on the same vein, except I went Nick All-Stars Brawl 2.
What's interesting about Nick All-Star Brawl 2 is that it is on the Nintendo Switch. It's on a few other consoles, but it is on the same console as Smash Bros. Ultimate. Multiversus, however, that is an exclusive title.
I completely forgot about Multiverse.
Now this is a bit of an interesting round to unpack. We are done with all 4 questions. 0 out of 4 for the Warrior Ethos. I think I messed up when I was sending out the imposters. I think I sent it to all 4 of them. And based off the fact that all 4 scored here, I might have messed up with the Last Responders too. Because is anyone on that team an imposter? Just harmonious locked in from the beginning. But as we leave round 2, the score is 14-2. We're going to need some big imposter plays if the Warrior Ethos are to come back. but you'll have a chance to make a play right here. It's time for an emergency meeting. Now, neither team voted in round 1, meaning that you will be able to vote in round 2, and you will be able to vote again in round 3. You do not have to vote anyone out here if you want, because a wrong vote will lose you points. We started with the Warrior Ethos' discussion last time, so we're going to let the last responders kick things off this time.
I think
Like,
ours
if you
two.
didn't get it right,
I think ours two were the only hard ones. Yours was kind of difficult as well. I think Tyler had a layup to where he couldn't throw. I think the fact that it was Hollow Knight, literally, it was just so
I could have.
easy.
I
think we
could
all
have gotten
I
it
think
all night.
okay, hear me out here.
And the
What if
first
we
round
just
as well.
skip here? Because I think honestly, we're all so locked in that if the imposter tries to throw in the 3rd round, we'll figure out it's them and we can eliminate them. Otherwise, we're gonna gain so many points.
30
Otherwise,
seconds remain.
We can also get a lot of points voting Tyler out. It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
Yeah, but why are you so hard pushing me when all I've done is done a decent job? of
Maximize our
answering?
points. Duh.
We're
Yeah, I
winning
think it's
already.
just-
Who cares?
yeah, I think
I think we skip.
I think we're in a safer position.
Alright. The last responders, they're feeling quite safe with their 12-point lead, and so they elect to skip. The imposter will potentially be able to snack some big points in the final round with this decision. Let's see if that 12-point buffer holds up. Now, on to the flip side, the Warrior Ethos, they may need to make a riskier play. The question is, in a team of losers, who do you point out as the biggest loser? Let's find out. The floor is yours.
Off the bat, Sean, it's one of them two, 100%.
I don't
Because
think so.
how do you go mobile game and you go How to Train Your Dragon, and then how do you go indie game and you pick literally a game nobody in the room has heard of?
It's peak,
Awesome.
I promise. It's 10 out of 10, I promise.
And also,
But I feel like your throw and my throw are a little more in like the same vein as like at least we were like ish in the same genre.
Mine sucked.
If I had seen that it was a pun, I would have put Hollow Knight.
But I would argue that because you specifically
seconds
not
remaining.
saying multiverses,
I didn't
It's
think
kind
of
of-
multiverse. I
okay,
genuinely
I
I saw a good review and I just thought it can't be multiverse.
that's actually fair.
Okay, so he sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He just misread the thing.
I don't know.
I literally don't.
We have no information.
I
We have
can't
no
read.
new information.
I say it's one of them. I think it's one of them, and I think we vote out Camden.
You think so?
We have to-
no,
I don't.
he
we
had
have
the
no
most like
information.
defensible one.
When I said it's either him or Sean, he was so easy to onboard on Sean the
time! I have not heard a consensus for a skip here. Everyone, please take out your notes app. Everyone, write down a name, and I will have you reveal it one by one. No changing after the reveal start, of course. If there is a majority, that person will be voted off. Camden.
My vote is for Sean.
One vote for Sean. BJ?
My vote is for Logan.
One vote Logan, one vote Sean. Sean?
I voted for a skip.
Skip. Logan's vote is the tiebreaker.
No way.
I voted for Camden.
That is a 1-1-1-1 vote. And that ultimately amounts to a skip, meaning that somehow we are entering the final round. Both imposters still guaranteed to be in the game. As we are leaving the second round, all 8 players are still in the game, including our 2 imposters. On one team, the imposter seems to have all but wrecked them with the Warrior Ethos on 2 points. But on the other team, the imposter seems to be taking a little break because they're on 14 points and in unanimous agreement to skip. The dichotomy could not be more apparent. Let's get into round 3. There are 8 questions, each worth 2 points. How this is going to work, I will start reading a review. There will be 2 reviews for each question. At any point, you are allowed to buzz in and guess what game the reviews are talking about. Both reviews are talking about the same game. If you guess correctly, your team earns the 2 points. If you guess incorrectly, the other team will have a chance to collaborate and steal. Just say buzz to buzz in and do the little buzz in motion. If all that is clear, we are going to get right into the action. How this is going to work, I will not put the review on screen until I have fully finished reading it out. Starting off with our first review, a heaping pile of asterisk, 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 asterisk that is addictive for a while but gets boring after its repetitive levels and annoying, almost sexual-like voiceovers which say stupid things like tasty and divine. Buzzing for Sean.
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush!
That's my go.
Backing up a little bit, let's finish off the reviews, which say stupid things like tasty and divine. Never again will I play this game. In second review, how can this be fun? It's so simple, money-eating game. All is just Bejeweled, swap 3 matches, and you get turns, power-ups. Oh, overpriced game is probably only addictive to moms or teachers. I dislike it. Don't even try it, or you gonna waste loads of money. Very grammatically incorrect and almost incomprehensible, but it gets the point across. I think that the key to that review was the mobs and teachers, but Sean didn't need that, just built different. That's 2 points for the Warrior Ethos, the first 2 points since round 1, might I add. The score is now 4-14, only 10 behind. But hey, still 7 questions remaining. Moving on to our second review. Sorry, our second game. 2 more reviews for you guys. Extremely overrated game. Everything about it is bad. They simply decided to create an insane story, characters, and humor to try to grab attention in some way, spending very little money to make a technically ridiculous game. The humor is bad, typical childish teenager humor, a complete... That is incorrect. Alright, here's how this is going to work. I am going to reveal the 2 other reviews, and you guys will have a chance to collaborate once I finish reading them and steal. The humor is bad, typical childish teenage humor. A complete waste of time playing this in 2024 with so many epic games that truly deserve attention and high ratings. Not a lot of talk for this review, maybe the second one will help. What if you killed an enemy in video game, but it was like the enemy was actually really alive? If this is the sort of narrative depth you want from your game, then by all means, ******** buy it. ******* buy your mediocre RPG Maker game and talk about how it's the single greatest RPG of all time after having played 0 other RPGs.
This is totally Undertale. I feel like this is Undertale. Or wait, what's that other one? Faces in the Emotions. Does anybody know that one?
No.
Tomori or something or other? Yeah, is that... Does anybody know anything about that?
I know about it.
It's not more? Okay, I think it's Undertale then.
I'm hearing a lot of chatter for Undertale. I'm going to take that as the Warrior Ethos locking it in. And it seems like the fat generals have burned off some calories because it was in fact Undertale. That is 2 more points to the Warrior Ethos. A failed buzz-in from Kyle, giving them quite the layup. That puts the score at 6-14. Slowly but surely, the Warrior Ethos are showing some Warrior Ethos and coming back. Moving on to our third set of reviews. The worst game ever. People who plays that shame are just dangerous and luxurious psychopaths. Video game is an art. A lot of people that I've met says video game is not an art. And when I saw this game, I've thought that they were right. Next up, the company behind this game are way too focused on money to be able to actually appreciate this. The idea was great. 12 years ago, the delivery was mediocre at best. And the addition of online ruined the franchise. Logan.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5!
I was so close between GTA 5 or Red Dead. I love GTA 5.
Yeah, I think the big clue there, 12 years ago. GTA 5 is quite an old game. At the time of recording, still waiting for GTA 6. At the time of release, also still waiting for GTA 6. That puts the score at 8 Warrior Ethos, 14 Last Responders. Kyle and Logan, you 2 are still on buzz and cooldown. Warrior Ethos, despite confidently not voting out an imposter, seem to have stayed passive for this round with very few buzz-ins from their team. Moving on to our 4th set of reviews. New season is awful. The levels are terrible and the scoring system is reworked, so you have to play way more to get the same points. Pro tip, if you are losing your player base, don't make the game worse. That little bit of advice doesn't seem to have enlightened anything in any of you, so we'll move on to the second review. They copied Among Us, and this game is terrible.
Buzz.
Martin.
Fall Guys?
I'll finish reading the review before I reveal. They copied Among Us, and this game is terrible. It costs too much money to play for a ripoff of a popular game. Just go watch Marmaduke instead. Yes, Marmaduke is the movie about a dog. No, I don't know why they're referencing it. But Martin, Maybe you shouldn't watch Marmaduke, you should keep playing because you did just earn your team a fat 2 points. Warrior Ethos, despite a hot streak, it comes to an end, but the score is still 8-16, way closer than when we entered the round. Moving on to our next review. Logan is on cooldown, Martin is on cooldown. It's redacted. What else is there to say? You like fun and whimsy and feeling happy? Yeah, thought so. Second review, maybe this will help. Every now and then, I load up, play for like 2 weeks straight, then don't play for another 9 months. Kyle.
Minecraft?
Caleb locks in Minecraft. Let's finish this review. It's like giving birth in a way. With that out of the way, was indeed Minecraft. The key there was 2 weeks, 2-week Minecraft phase. I guess this guy interpreted that as giving birth, although I think having a child is more of an endeavor than 2 weeks, or at least I hope so. But yeah, the score are now sitting at 18-8. Definitely in favor of the last responders right now. But maybe the Warrior Ethos still have some hope at coming in first. Let's move on to our next review. Also, Caleb and Logan are on cooldown. Play button doesn't work. 50-50 toxic players. I mean, most known toxic player got permabanned, but he brings in money, so unban him. Now you can only play the game. You have to say immediately. Let's read the rest of the reviews and find out. Now you can only play the game if you give China permission to search your PC, with a client that crashes every other game. The game is good, the community is trash. Everyone cries when you're learning to play, then complains when they can't get a game for 10 minutes. Definitely needs a better community. Delete the chats, it would probably be better. Well, BJ? League of Legends? That's 2 points! And what's the score now? Is it 10-18, yeah. 10-18. You guys are getting within range with a few good bonus points. You might just be able to take it. But we're not on to bonus points. We still got some game left to play. Martin and BJ on cooldown, correct. I love this game! I love that I can punch and smack balls in the comfort of my own home! Well, if that didn't get it, this next review might help you out a bit. Really fun game, but one thing I hate. 1, Alyssa with her ugly ass face. 2, Matt, he's annoying. So 8 out of 10.
Oh, Buzz.
Buzzing for Logan.
Is it Wii Sports?
It is Wii Sports. Alright. 12-18. This is getting intense. And this next review, with how the bonus points are structured in 6s, might matter a lot, because it could give Warrior Ethos a bonus if they get it. This is the final review of the game, by the way.
And me and Caleb are on cooldown?
Yeah, so you guys have no more opportunities. I can't believe how much people love this game. It was a broken mess. One of the first things I saw was a mammoth falling from the sky. Then my friend came over to help me with the game and showed me how to glitch up a mountain and open a chest out of thin air. That's review 1. Doesn't seem to be a lot of movement. Maybe review 2 will enlighten you. I literally spat on my computer scene when I saw Big Pond Game Arena refer to it as the best RPG of all time. Really? Really? Well, I guess I'll actually say what the game's about. It's okay, I guess. It's a very expensive game and is easy to get lost in. Most of the game's aspects fall into mediocre to above average. The combat is okay. The world design is good. The writing is mediocre, just to name a few. There are good and bad parts. It's a buggy mess. I remember waiting literal hours for the game to start up. That's ridiculous. Even when I got into the game, it was a horribly buggy mess. Even the core game, that of which should have been exceptional, was mediocre. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kyle.
Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate is not correct. Youth 4 can collaborate.
Okay. Yeah, there's a story.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Ark Survival Evolved.
That is also incorrect. It was Skyrim. One of the greatest RPGs of all time. Warrior Ethos, your final score, 12. Your final score, 18. Except it's not actually your final score, because you guys have some emergency meetings left. This is the final chance to vote. 6 points are on the line if you correctly vote out the imposter. And if the imposter is uncaught, they will earn 6 points for their actual team. So there is a lot up for grabs. You guys can still skip if you'd like. Although as the host, I think it is in your best interest to vote here. We started with the last responders last time. So to kick things off, Warrior Ethos, you've had quite the hot streak. Maybe your luck will continue. The floor is yours.
Okay. I still stand by. I think it's BJ or Cam.
I still think it's Sean.
I no longer think it's Sean.
I don't
because
think
he got
it's
Candy
Sean.
Crush.
Yeah, Camden, I know you you're more the indie guy, and those weren't a lot of indie games. So I'll give you some credit that you probably wouldn't have buzzed in on a lot of those. But still, it's I don't know, man, because I think Sean was actually doing answering the questions, and he got some of them. BJ got League, I got a couple, and I still think it's.
I'm rolling the 1 and 3. I think you guys are even in my eyes. I am sticking with Sean personally.
BJ, where are you voting? I guess that's what
I no longer believe it's Logan because I feel
in
like,
this round he performed.
Yeah, in this round he performed. So I mean, I don't think it's Sean because of Candy Crush. Logan answered the most questions. I don't think it's me. So
Please take out your phones and cast your votes. We started with Camden last time. We'll start with Logan this time. Logan, please reveal.
Camden.
1 vote Camden.
Camden.
2 votes Camden. 3 votes Camden. That is enough to eject you, Camden. We'll see who you voted.
I voted Sean.
By a vote of 3-1, Camden, you have been ejected. You can stay where you are. The game is about to end. You guys have seen their play. It's now your play.
Yeah, if we don't vote out the imposter, they get 6 points. So we need to vote.
Yeah,
here.
we're at 18. It would, if we don't vote and they got it right, it would end in a tie, I believe. But that's a boring ending.
Yeah, I think they did get it right personally.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Right now, if I had to choose anyone to put my sus on, it's actually Kyle.
I think it's Kyle.
Xenoblade 3, Kyle, really?
I mean, I heard
You got 2 wrong.
Well, the last one we had to. Nobody was buzzing it. We lose nothing.
Yeah, but
The
the
last one-
but the
but
Xenoblade 3 was
I
way
heard-
too early of a pick, and for
Sure.
yeah,
That's legit.
I heard RPG and childlike humor, and that's typically common things that But I will say, I mean, that's the one. I misstepped there. Tyler has had more missteps. I think first round he tried to lead us off of a point with trying to get us to 3 instead of 2, and Martin and I were the ones that stepped up on that. Round 2, and also you didn't buzz in once. Round 3 as well. I think we taking risks is necessary for round 3, even if I got them wrong. That's how you score.
I want to know what your thought process was round 2, because you were hard pushing Tyler when the general consensus among the rest of us was to skip.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I knew we were gonna skip. We just know it's Tyler. That was why.
I'm honestly leading towards you.
I mean, what has Tyler contributed is the thing that I want to ask you.
I feel like it just feels to me that you're putting Tyler.
I mean, Kyle, you make a good point there.
He hasn't added anything to our score.
Yes, I have. The first
Oh,
round,
yeah,
the
Hollow Knight.
majority. I did Hollow Knight. The majority of the first round when I lived,
Oh, and I got the Mario 64 pickup as well.
I'm going to take back the mic and I'm going to tell you guys get out your slates. A reminder, if you tie, no one will be ejected and the imposter guarantees scores 6 points for the other team. Starting with Tyler.
Kyle.
1 vote Kyle. We'll go Kyle next.
Tyler.
Alright. We'll go Caleb.
Kyle.
2 votes Kyle, 1 vote Tyler. Martin.
Kyle.
That's 3 votes Kyle. By a vote of 3-1, Kyle, along with Camden, you have been ejected. The scores, as you know it, are 18 to the last responders, 12 to the Warrior Ethos. But if the Warrior Ethos managed to correctly vote out their imposter, and the last responders incorrectly voted out their imposter, the Warrior Ethos would have 18, the last responders would only have 15, meaning it came down to who correctly guessed the imposter. Well, I think there's only one way to reveal this. With a banger Mario Party screenshot, on the count of 3, will the imposters please stand up? 1, 2, 3.
What?
Sean and Kyle, you two can switch teams. The true Warrior Ethos was Logan, BJ, Camden, and Kyle. And the true last responders were Martin, Tyler, Caleb, and Sean. And with Sean not being caught and Kyle being caught, this is, of course, a decisive victory for the last responders. Congratulations! Well, thank you all for tuning in. Donate if you haven't already, and stick around.